That music video always tripped me out because it turns out that she's a blind woman.
That's hilarious.
Have you ever seen the music video?
Yeah, of course. I was watching it the other day.
And it's just like...
I didn't even remember that part of it.
That she's a blind woman?
He goes, I used to live inside your heart.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to Chord on Blue. What do? We talk about music. With me today, I got the one and only Mike Dam in the building. What up?
What up? What up, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
I heard they call you Damn It Mike Mendez now.
Damn it Mendez.
So, you know, Mike Dam is just another name out here again.
Damn it Mendez and Mike Dam.
I'm changing my name soon. Not because of that, but I've already said it.
You got it? You got to tell me off the pod.
Yeah, I got it already, but I've been saying it, but people don't notice, and that's what's great. And it's gonna come one day. People are gonna be like, "This nigga been saying it." I'm good, bro.
I wonder if I've caught it. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably heard it.
I probably heard it without thinking.
Yep.
So how you doing, Mike? How you doing today?
I'm good,
You just got back from Florida, right?
Yeah, man, and you just got back. We both just got back.
How was Florida? What'd you go back for?
Oh, well, my mom hurt herself, so, you know, I had to go back in and help her out, just get her life in order so she could help herself until she could help herself. And, and she, so basically that. And so just had to be there, man. And it was good to be there while the first 2-3 weeks. I was like, wow, man, it's good to be home. And, you know, I'm actually really liking this. And then after the third week, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, I remember you posted something about being way too fucking hot, and I was like, damn, he's suffering out
there. Yeah, bro, the heat out there, it'd be like 79, and it's still, you just be there out there like, like as soon as you step outside, your body just tense up because you're like,
is it humidity?
Humidity, bro.
Yeah, that should be wild. Fucking New Orleans too. Like you step outside, 10-minute walk, you're fucking sweating, drenched. Yeah. But it was fire. But let's talk about Miami. You grew up there, right?
Hell yeah.
How was it, like, the music wise, growing up, the scene?
I guess you just heard everything. Well, when I started going out, which was early in my 20s, even in prom and stuff and school dances, you just hear everything. You hear a mixture of Spanish music, top 40, definitely reggae music, and then you'd hear like the younger crowds would definitely play like that underground Miami stuff that only people from Miami know.
Like what? Give me an example.
Sticking in, rolling, sticking in, rolling, front, back, inside. Stuff like that.
No idea.
Grind mode, I'm so high. I'm sticking, I'm rolling, I'm sticking, I'm rolling, I'm sticking, I'm rolling, I'm sticking, I'm rolling.
So it's like a bunch of dancing stuff?
Oh,
like
bunch of Miami people. Have you seen this thing on TikTok where they're doing this thing right here?
Yeah.
And they're doing the steps backwards.
That
guy's from Miami.
Okay.
So it's just like Miami always doing some lots of
like kind of like salsa dancing, like Latin kind of stuff.
Like it's like a lot of leg movements. I guess you could say that, but yes, it's like a lot of You know what I would compare it to the most? Marching band.
Okay.
That's how Miami people dance, but they just add like a slide to it.
They add an extra step to it.
Or it is what it is. I guess marching bands do that already. I wasn't really into the marching band, but I think that's what they do already, right? Those what's those the cadets or whatever.
Yeah, with the
whoever's in marching
the fake
bands
guns.
Yeah, like the
flags.
And stuff. And they be marching. Vince Carter was one of those when he was growing up. But that's what Miami dancing is like based from. I believe. I'm just saying that, but I can totally 100% believe that that's where they got their like. They was like, oh shit, we could add some grooves. A marching band guy was at the dance floor
he just added and people picked up on it.
Picked up on it.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of fast movement stuff, and then so that music,
So that's what was out. But what did you like listening to?
Oh man, I obviously it was reggae. Yeah. But I started just like downloading when I remember like after high school I got my first like laptop, and I just used to just like make CDs every day just to drive to work to, and I would come home every day from school right before work, like I had 2 hours before work, and I'd go on my laptop, and I would find new music on these blogs that were popping up, and I would just see what I liked real quick. And I'll make a CD out of it, and I'll drive it to work. And on the way back to work, I'll listen to it again.
Just like to feel it out, kind of see like which songs work.
And then sometimes I would get a lot of hitters and stuff like that, and that just kind of expanded my. Because I ain't gonna lie, being in Miami for a while, after a while, you're like, oh, they play the same stuff every day,
right? On the radio, that's everywhere, really.
Even at the clubs, they play. They start. You get after 2 times, you realize, oh, this is the same music shit. Every day. Yeah. It's unique when you first hear it, but then you're like, oh god, it's the same music every day.
Yeah, I remember like, especially here, growing up in like the LA area, like top 40 hits. Like I just heard the same shit all the time. It wasn't until I like went on LimeWire, fucking Kazaa or anything like that, and found new music.
Yeah, that's what it took for me too. Like online really opened up my palette. Even if it was still hip hop, it was like new, like up north hip hop I would find, and just like different things that would be like, oh, this is different. And then I would get into that. But then I really fell in love with R&B like after a while.
Okay, let's get into that.
Because I had a system in my, I had a Toyota Paseo, a 2-door Toyota Paseo.
Okay.
And it's literally like a tin box. And it would get so hot, and it had no AC, no working AC. And you're talking about Florida, bro.
Yeah.
And it would get sweltering hot in there. So I would always have to wind the windows down. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get a fire ass sound. I'm not even worried about making this car better. It is what it is.
Make it fucking shake.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make this shit rattle. And I'll put about 8 speakers in that little ass car. And I used to play hip hop first, but then I got into R&B, and I was like, ooh, I just want to hear my shit go. You know?
Yeah. I did the same thing. I had a 99 Civic with the fucking system that just had no reason to be that loud. No reason. On my way to fucking school at 7:30 a.m. bumping it. And just be like, for what?
That was the point, like to just like get that one look. And I don't know what it was like. I see memes now. People are like, what people expect me to do when they drive by with music. Like, whoa, yeah. But at the time, it was just
when you're driving, it makes sense.
It feels good, man. Because I know when I was walking, I used to hear people beat out. I would like look too and be like, God damn, you know? So I was like, damn, I get to be one of those guys now. But the thing was, I always used to be like, the music I'm going to play, though, is going to be different.
Yeah.
And then so I would play like R&B. The Dream was really got me into like just listening to R&B. And then I would play like Zapp and Roger my first 2 years of community college. Anybody go to BCC and went the same time as me. That was me beating out every morning. I would just pull up to school with a new song that I was like, ooh, I'm going to beat out to this tomorrow. Yeah. And I would just pull up to school, drive slow in the front.
Just people like, who the fuck has this much
and
energy?
That shit would be rattling because I just got shit in the trunk on purpose just to make it go.
Oh, you put like shit to bounce in there?
Yeah, just like I had the license plate was just loose on there. Just
being super extra.
But I felt like I want people to hear this music. I want people to hear Zapp and Roger. I want people to hear all this R&B that I'm finding. Or that that I've heard growing up, but I was like, I refound it, you know? It's not like my mom's listening to this stuff every day, but growing up with her, I would hear it and then love it, but then not really hear it again. And then like I'm finding all this stuff on the internet now.
Was it easy to find stuff, or like you said, you used a website, but was there?
Yeah, well, after you found one, you started to see others. Like like even LimeWire, they used to suggest other songs sometimes, and it would be related to what you search. So I'd be like, oh, I forgot about this song, and you know, so I would just be making CDs of songs that I really loved growing up, but just didn't have access to them, or have to wait till the radio play them. And radio be having a rotation, so they don't really play outside of what they already playing. Do
you remember any like key songs that you found through there? Because I'll always remember I found Afro Man through LimeWire, Limp Bizkit through LimeWire, and what's that other band? Not Korn. Fuck. There's this other band I can't remember the name. But System of a Down. I found all of them through LimeWire, and I was like,
good finds.
Yeah, they were great finds.
No, I don't think I really found anybody like new that wasn't big yet. I think I was just like really searching for stuff that I knew already that I just wanted to have again. And then when it came to hip hop, I would be finding a lot of people like, but it wouldn't be on LimeWire. It'd be like through blogs and stuff. So it'd be like even Lupe Fiasco, I was like on before he got mainstream because of like those sites and stuff.
Yeah.
Those hip hop blogs. Right before I went off to right before I went on to Atlanta and moved with the guys, like those hip hop blogs, I used to just like, what new song they posted today? And I would be like, and I feel like that right there kind of developed my ear to kind of even like DJ the way I do now. Because I would just literally listen for like 5 seconds and be like, nah, I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to bring it up. Let's talk about DJing.
Yeah.
How'd you get into DJing in the first place?
DJing didn't start until I moved away from Miami, which was like late 20. And I got to Atlanta, and then I started going out in Atlanta.
Right.
And at first, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy! Like this music is just so Atlanta just it was so gutter to say the least. Like they just played their music. They didn't care about top 40.
Right.
They didn't care about no music from no other place. They was playing dudes from around the corner, like at big clubs and stuff. Well, not big clubs, but like the college scene that we're going to.
Right.
So I was just like in love, but then after a while going to these parties, I'd be like, damn, if they threw a little like this in there, a little that in there, it would make the Atlanta music more special.
Yeah,
because it would feel like it's just not all of it, you know.
Yeah, it makes it like, who would you say it would be, like D4L, them Franchise Boys, like that time?
Yeah, and well, no, this is right after them. This is like
okay.
This is even we're going to Young LA, OJ the Juice Man, Gucci Man. Gucci Man was already big by the time I got there. But you talking about Young LA and OJ the Juice Man, and just and Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter,
which is 3 people.
Travis Porter was just 3 people. Yeah. And people like this and like what's that other group? It's a Flyaway Boy. I think they did Swag Surfing.
Oh yeah.
And it was just some other groups too, man. I saw them on the other. We in the club, we ball all day, shopping in the mall, and we got it all paid. It's just like it was all that type of music, right? And it was so not top 40.
Right.
It was literally, it felt like some dudes yelling in their basement on tracks, and then they were grooving, but that's what everybody was listening to. So I loved it, but then I was just like, ooh, if they threw a little this in there, it'd be probably a doper night.
Yeah.
So I just started taking my laptop. I found the virtual DJ, and I started like playing music on my own. And just see what I would do if I was there. And my transitions, everything was bad. But then eventually I started doing clubs with the laptop. And my first gig was because of Emmanuel. He came home one day and was like, "Hey, Mike, I got you a gig." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, at the barbershop." He's like, "The barbershop's doing a grand opening. And they just want someone to DJ." And I was like, "What?" And I skipped school that day, and I just like got all this music together and got it in order. I was so scared, but then I did it, and people were like, "Yo, this is dope, man!" It's like, "Hey, man, I haven't heard a song in a long time," and I was like, "Yep, they don't play this stuff out here."
No, they don't play this stuff, and it's cool because like they remind people of certain things. I'm sure they probably like went home and like, "Oh, let me get that one song."
Yep.
I started DJing in high school. When one of the teachers was like, "Hey, we're looking for," I don't know how I was involved in this. I think someone knew I was musical, so they just gave my name out. But they were like, "Oh, we're looking for a DJ for the school football games."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'll do it." Never DJed once before in my life. So I like found this DJ thing that was like an Apple exclusive one.
Yeah.
I think it was called DJ, like
I remember that.
DJAY. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I downloaded that. I watched fucking 4 videos real quick just to learn like transitions, cues, tempo, and that's it. And I was like, all right, I got it.
Yeah.
Went out there. It was simple. I never even have transitions. You know, you play one song at a time, and then but the people were feeling it, and that was like the first time I got like attention. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm down there, football field full of fucking kids. There was. Like, I was playing normal stuff, like fucking Billie Jean, shit, normal shit. And then one day I was like, I'm just going to play a song that I think is cool and see how people react. And if anyone remembers the song by Major Lazer, Original Dawn, the Trap remix. Okay. This is when Trap was like, at least here, like brand new. I don't think anyone even heard it. Yeah. I remember I dropped that song, and that song has a sick build-up and then just a fucking, like, the drop like is just like very trap.
Yeah.
And people were like oh, like yelled like in shock of the drop, and I was like, damn, like this feels fucking tight.
Yeah.
And the other song that I did was Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. But there was like a dubstep version. And for some reason that song hit. Everybody was singing it. I was like, doing this.
Yeah.
It was fire. That was one of the best like little jobs that I had, but it also caused an embarrassing moment because it was during a football game. A kid got injured, and I didn't really process it, so I started playing a song, and it was like a happy song, and they're like, "Hey, cut it!" Like, and I was like, "Oh, yeah." But that shit was fun.
Yeah, you do have to think about that.
Yeah. It was a very bad timing.
Yeah. But that, it's like the same things that make you feel really high can also give you like one of those punches in the guts.
Yes.
You got to get those every so often. And you're like, shit, I got some thinking to do. I still got some learning to do, I guess you should say.
You just got to know about those moments.
Yeah, but you got to be in those moments to know about those. You got to be taught those moments like in the moment. Because it's like, who really is going to take your hand and be like, hey, if someone gets injured, play this. Don't play this,
or don't play anything.
Right, but no one's going to tell you that stuff until you're in it, and then you're going to get approached like, what the fuck are you doing, kid?
Exactly.
And you're going to be like, I don't know.
I was hired to play music.
Right.
Nothing humbles you more than a bad performance.
Man, I've had so many, and my most recent one was probably a couple of years ago, and it wasn't even bad technically. Yeah. It was just bad organization-wise, because it was a wedding. And I was just not there for the wedding part. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of caught off. It wasn't like the groom or anyone had contact with me. I got booked through like some people, someone else, like third party stuff, right? And when I got there, I was basically the host of the thing. And the paper that I got that I wrote down, that was emailed to me when I opened it up on the day of the wedding, I was just like, wait, what?
What did it say?
Just the way that things was written was like, it was not eligible. Like it was not like clear. Yeah. So like I couldn't tell if it was the bride's music or the so and so music, bro. The groom, the party came out. What's they called? The bride's party. They came out first, and I played her song to them.
Oh damn!
So then they're like, the bride coming out now, and I'm just looking at the paper like, it says the same song.
Yeah. Like, just type it. Don't fucking write it.
Bro, no, they typed it, bro. But the way they typed it, bro, I'm telling you, that shit, they didn't space their lines. They didn't number. It was like one of them things where it was just like, and it was my fault because I'll take accountability because guess what? I didn't ask questions. I didn't really study the thing. I was worried about something else. I was like, I'm going to kill this party part of the wedding. I was like, I'll figure the rest out while I'm there. And then that's exactly what I did. I did good at the party part, but everything else, I didn't figure it out.
Is that the worst one, you think? Because the worst ones are the ones where like I feel like a little embarrassed to be done. Like the only one I can remember is I got hired to DJ like in between like sets of people. Yeah. And I like my music wasn't loud enough. I don't know if it was my connection, but it was just it fucked up the whole like vibe, and I got kicked out. And I was like, damn. And I like legit was like, should I just quit? Because like I'm not good enough. But I mean, I didn't. But that one was like pretty bad.
I think now the wedding one was my worst one, and I've had some other bad. I've had some ones where it's just like I've gotten like a talking to by the promoter.
Oh my god!
It's like, why would you play that right now?
what was that?
Like one time, actually, shout out to Tiger, our boy, he's like a mentor of ours. He's in a comedy group. So when we were in Atlanta, I'll start DJing. He was like, "Yo, just give me some money." He would take me on the road with them, and I would DJ before they come out, and while they each going up, right? And so he was like, "Yeah, I got this gig for you up there. Is we doing comedy, but then people be walking in, and it's like yeah." So I'm DJing, and I start playing like it was like Shawty Come Swing My Way and shit like that while people are walking in. And he's like, "Why would you play that while people coming in and hearing Shawty Swing My Way? Come on, man!" And when he was saying it, I was like, what's the problem? But I was just like, all right, bro, like, because I still didn't get paid yet. So and I'm still young at this time. I think I was like a year or two in. So I was like, okay. I just switched it to something else, and I was like, I still don't see what's wrong with that.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's another thing when people come up to you. Yeah. When you're DJing. Like,
well, this guy was the promoter.
Yeah, so that's different. That's different. But
people coming up to you, I mean, honestly, bro, the more I do it, I'm not gonna hate on it anymore because I've actually gotten paid from people coming up to me.
Really?
Okay, so the most I've got. Have you ever gotten a tip while you're DJing?
Yeah.
What's the most tip you want to say?
I think someone gave me 50 once.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've gotten that. I've gotten 20. I used 10. You know,
Yeah.
happy for those because usually whatever gig I'm doing is just an extra 20, 30 on top. Or sometimes that gig ain't paying until another month, and that's just money to get me home. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But one time I was DJing a after party for like it was like the so and so official after party for a Grammy.
Got it.
Grammys or one of those awards or something, right? So it was some people there.
Yeah.
Like Sway Lee was there. I think like Dude That Sings Joanna was there. And a few other people were there, right? So people want to like feel like, oh, their music was heard in this space.
Right.
Like anyone that's in there would love to have the music in space. And me, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about killing my set.
Yeah.
This dude comes up to me. No, this girl comes up to me that's working there and says, this guy wants to pay you $400 to play his song. And I said, where is he?
Like, give it to me right now.
Hurry, bring him quick before he changes his mind.
Yeah.
And the dude came up to the thing. He's like, what's up, bro? I'm so-and-so. You know, I'm talking to him.
Yeah.
He says, what's your Venmo? He sends me the money. And then he sends me the song. I ran that shit back twice.
Damn. Was it anybody?
I mean, it wasn't nobody big. But it's just that because if
he
it was anybody,
he wanted it heard.
Exactly. If it was anyone big, they knew their song was just gonna be played. They would just come up to me and be like, play my song.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But someone who's trying to get on, they do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've gotten 50, 20 from people like that too, and I take that too. But this dude, 400, and not only I think what he really wanted to, not wanted, but he knew that 400 would last longer than that one encounter. Like I would like, hey, what's up? Like we exchange numbers. What else you got going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was the most, and it was pretty crazy. I remember that was a great night. Yeah, I was so happy at the end of that night, man.
I think the best thing I ever got from DJing was some cheeks.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that's like a cheat code right there.
Yeah,
cheat code.
Yeah, cheat code. That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's happened too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That one it's weird because like they'll come up to you at first to like maybe like ask for a song, and then they'll start asking like, so what do you do down here? I'm like, all right, I really got to explain. But like when sometimes it's the opposite. It's someone annoying. They're just like, so what do you do? I'm like, I'm in the middle of DJing, bro. Like,
bro, people don't understand that every like if you DJing, if you really like, not saying that some people don't, some people do, but there's a style of DJing where it's like I'm really wanting to only bring the song in on this part.
Yeah,
I was planning this. You know, this is where I wanted to bring this part of the song in. So if you come and talk to me while that's going on, and I miss the beat, to me, I done fucked up my whole set.
Yeah.
Now I got to get back on track. So I rather not. I rather stay on track. I rather like really hit every cue that I want to hit. So when people do that, and it's like in the middle of like you see my head down, you see me like I'm like it's. Man,
like if you're counting the beats, you're like, all right, man.
Man, and I want to bring in a song at a certain point because I know I'm a transition here, and I want to do that just because I practice this, and this is what I want to display and show it in a bigger space, you know. And then when someone comes up to me and talks to me during that part, oh my god, bro, I really hate them. I really hate them in that moment.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't get too mad at them because I understand how people are.
Yeah.
I understand how people are, and I just they're not even thinking like that. They never DJ before, so they don't understand. If they might be in a zone like that, they would hate for someone to just, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, like,
I mean,
hey.
I would just consider like, hey, I'm working.
Yeah,
you know, like I don't interrupt you while you're fucking working.
Nah, but people don't.
They don't get it
because they're at the most relaxed place they'll be. You know what I'm saying? So they're thinking that everyone's that way. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you just playing music, but they don't know that. It's like, nah, I didn't want to play the second verse, you know? Yeah. But because you spoke to me, I missed the cue to exit out on the chorus, and now I'm in the second verse, and I got to wait
for the chorus to come back.
Because it's too awkward now to transition anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, because I planned it this way, and I got something else planned for after that. And it's just like, it's hard because people are people, and until they DJ, they don't know. But that's why I do skits sometimes where I'm like being disturbed by like I had a skit where I'm like, people be giving me all they stuff to hold while I'm DJing. Can you hold my purse for me? I'll be like, what the fuck?
Like, who am I Like
exactly, but that's what people bring stuff to parties and ask you to hold it, and I'm like, yo.
So I always say like, I'll put it here, but I'm not taking care of it.
But even that, like, don't ask me nothing. Leave me alone. Like, you giving me your property to hold, and I gotta watch it. And if someone takes it now, you gonna be mad at me, right? Well, I'm supposed to be actually I'm actually getting paid today, and if I do shitty, I might not get called back for anything. So let me try to get paid again. But people don't. It's like people ain't thinking about that at all, bro.
Yeah, they just it's so weird. I don't understand it. I think it's just because they know we're staying there. They know we're not moving like away from that.
Oh yeah, that's why too. That's exactly why. But what if I do? What if I go to the bathroom real quick and leave a song playing and someone steals your stuff and I come back? I don't care. But you gonna come at me and be like, hey, and then another thing, they want you to charge a phone.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Like, I'll just say no. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'll be like, nah. I mean, usually all my plugs are taken up anyway. So like,
yo, can I charge my phone real quick?
Nah, I ain't got no space for that, bro.
Fuck that.
And then they want you to where your charger at, because they think you just got a charger back there. It's be like, you ain't got a charger? No.
Maybe for my laptop, not for my fucking phone.
So it's just like DJing, man. I think like that culture, like being annoyed and like people like that's something that still has to be exposed like to the masses. That's why I be doing skits about it. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand what DJs go through. They don't know the story of a DJ. Like even back then, I could imagine. Like I know there's an older DJ watching this. And hopefully someone older DJ watching this. You know? And he's just like, man, you don't know what the hell we had to go through.
Oh, I'm sure.
That shit was crazy. I would have been a DJ. Yeah, I would have been a DJ. If I had to carry crates and have a car and all that stuff, I don't know when I would have been. I would have just been able to be a DJ.
Yeah. There was no other time for anything else.
I couldn't have I wouldn't have had the means to buy all that. To have like I don't think I would have had the means to buy all that stuff. And then I didn't even have a car until I was like a real car. Until I was like, my own car. Until I was like 22, 23. So I don't know when I would have did that. Like not in high school.
Just like, it's so ridiculous how people had to do that. Now all I gotta do is take a flash drive. All my shit's
just not even a laptop.
Not even a laptop.
I don't DJ off my flash drive. I've never done that.
You never done that?
Because I don't do CD. Like I've done CDJs, but
I prefer a laptop. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but what I DJ on is my equipment, and that's what I consider. I don't try to like say, I could DJ on anything. I'm like, nah. It's like having a guitar or bass. It's your bass. It's your guitar. You know how it feels. You want to play on that if you're going to play on the biggest stage of your life. Yeah. You want it to be something you're comfortable with, right? So I always, if I'm DJing, I always bring my own stuff because I'm like, and the reason why, because I've had times where I've had a big stage and it's like, ooh, this is a great opportunity for me, and I couldn't use the thing.
Yeah, it's like,
or the thing wouldn't connect to my computer because I never used it before. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I had to use someone else's computer. I just couldn't do it. So I'm just like, I always was like, from then I'm like, I'm bringing my own stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's always more comfortable and easier, especially like if like you practice on this and you want to DJ on that. It's like any other thing that is out, like I'm just not gonna know what to do. It's gonna fuck up my set,
or I'm gonna have to take some more time to figure it out. Yeah, when it's like, nah, every moment counts in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes in like when you're DJing, you might only get 15 minutes. Every moment counts. Every song counts, especially if you get a good 15 minutes, a good 20. Like I remember one night, one of my best nights DJing. Right, it was my homegirl's birthday, and she hit me up and was like, yo, can you DJ my birthday? So I'm like, bet. So I'm in the house for like 3-4 days straight, just getting music ready, like every song I want to play in exact order. And the night comes and I get there and it's a popping night too, because it's not just her party. It's like it's a club. Right. But she just invited all her friends and she wanted me to DJ. So I'm like, woo! But there's already somebody DJing. So I go up to the DJ and I'm like, yo, I'm here with Chrissy. And the DJ just kind of looked at me weird and was like, okay. I was like, I'll talk to Chrissy. I went to Chrissy. She's like, oh, well, there's like another DJ, but I'll talk to them. I'll get you up there. So, long story short, it was like 3-4 other DJs DJing. Okay. And every time I would go up to them or like try to like, cause she would tell me, oh, tell them when you're ready, right? I'd be like, hey, when can I do my set? They'd be like, we got one more DJ and then just like a whole bunch of that, right? Yeah. All the way up until it was like the last like hour of the night. Right. And I was like, yo, what's up? And they were like, all right, we got you in like 20 minutes. Okay. So 20 minutes come and I'm like, the party's jumping. People are like in the thick of things. They're not leaving till the lights come on. Right. It's not, they're not stopping, right? So I'm just like, ooh, when I get in here, I gotta continue this momentum and then take it even higher, right? So I'm like now going through my head all the stuff I have and where I'm starting from, because I had to start because I thought I was doing a certain part of the night, right? But now I'm like, I gotta cut it and go straight into the meat of like just the fire.
Do you remember what you started with?
It was Playboy Cardi's Magnolia, which had just came out at the time, but Lil Wayne's remix.
Okay.
And it was like Lil Wayne's remix was like, it was the hottest, newest thing in the moment, right? And it was just Lil Wayne on this new track, and people loved it. So I knew if I dropped that right away, people would go, oh, right? And So Said, So Done. I in the one I million run, in my side, and then and I ran it back, did it again, and then I played like 2 other songs, and then the lights came on.
Damn.
And I remember just people like, whoa, like people were so, and I was just like, I started yelling like, yeah, like I remember just having that adrenaline again, just like yelling, because I was like, I knew I had it in the palm of my hand, right? And I was giving it, but I was like, the way they cut me off, it was like I kind of was mad, but then at the same time I was like, ooh, what a good ending. Like it was just like, it was on top. Like I didn't have to wait till people walked out. I didn't have to slow it down. It was just like I went in hot, came out hot. And it was literally only 15 minutes. I think I played 3-4 songs.
Hey, whatever.
But it was like, and then people coming up to me after, yo, what was that first song? What was that? What was that? Yo.
That's a great feeling when people are like,
always.
What's that song you played?
Always.
But then they'll be like, 4 songs ago. I'm like, oh shit.
I did that the other day when I was in Miami. I went to a spot and it was early, and I was just sitting there smoking. And the DJ played like four songs in a row that were like fire. And I Shazammed 3 of them. And then the one I couldn't find, I just went up to him. Yeah. And I was like, yo, what's that? And he started smiling. He's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, because it's like, it's a compliment to the DJ, because he's like, to find new taste, new stuff that's refreshing and also good. It's a that's what you do. That is kind of the job.
That's the job, yeah.
Yeah.
Finding music and introducing it to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the job when you think about it. And that's a part of it, like why I don't do it as much anymore, because there's a point where I would wake up and just like DJ, but now because I'm making my own music, it's like I don't have time to be listening to everybody's stuff. Like I make it a point to listen, but then I'm just like, I can't, I have to make my stuff too. There comes a point where I'm like, I don't want to keep listening to everybody's stuff. And then you start hearing that song in your head. You ever hear that? You ever have that? Where you really fall in love with a song and you can't get that melody out your head, and not everything you trying to do sound like that.
All the time.
So sometimes it's really scary when I find something that I really like, because I'm like, shit.
Especially if it's a song that's like just so refreshing, you play over and over again.
Yeah, I play over and over again, and then I can't when I create, it's like I'm almost just doing
like creating that song again,
that song in my version. And maybe that's there's a thing to that, but I don't like doing that, honestly. I like for my shit to come out as fresh as possible. There
you go. What's what you say is working on your own music? When did you start doing that?
I guess if you want to put a year on it, 2015.
Was it when you were out here in LA?
Yeah, I was living out here, but I was back home, and I just downloaded the Machine app on my phone. I was just like, because we were already with Dormtainment, we had already made an album or 2, I think, at the time. So making music was fun to me, but I wanted to do it all the time on my terms. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I needed my own beats and stuff. So I was like, I can make beats. Oh, it's easy. I can make beats. And I think honestly, when I started DJing, I went and bought like my first 3 years into DJing. I went and bought the machine, the actual machine.
Yeah.
And it was like $800 at the time.
Right.
And I think I had it on me, and I was like, I was at Guitar Center, and I was like, and the dude was like, yeah, Swiss Beats uses that, and I was like, Swiss Beats? I was like, he's a DJ too. And I was like, all right, you sold me. And then I locked myself in my room for like a week just trying to make beats on that thing. And it was so complicated, bro. Like, I made a few beats. I'm sure they were trash. I don't even want to think about them anymore.
Me and Rome talked about our first beats last episode.
Yeah.
Just how shitty they were, but, like, you still kind of like them.
Okay, so one thing people don't know, though. So the song Washing Machine that we got a song called Washing Machine. I actually made that beat on that machine. And I gave it to, I was just showing everybody like, hey, look what I did, look what I did, look what I'm getting to. And Cam heard it and he was laughing, but he's like, oh shit, that shit hard. And I was like, what? He's like, send that to me. And he came home one day and he came home with the whole lyric, the whole song, Wash for Wash Machine. He was like, who am I? I'm Cam the man. I can look cool in the caravan. Warm up your hands and wash your hands. And he said, right here, you do the wash machine, do the wash machine. And that shit was one of our biggest videos, songs, whatever. And what happened was the beat that I made, I gave it to Tay.
Yeah.
And he fixed it.
Okay.
And that's the beat you hear now.
That's the beat.
So whatever he fixed, he made it sound as good as it sounds now. But at the time,
did he make beats at the time too?
Oh yeah, he was already like Tay was doing it, you know. So that's why I was just like, here, take this, because what I had to was just like probably just drums, a shaker, and a snare.
Okay.
So,
but it was a rhythm that.
It was a rhythm.
I always noticed that you kind of go for rhythm first, right?
I felt like I did. Now I'd be doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes that's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. It's like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, all rhythm. Sometimes I'm like, nah, I want to feel it. Yeah. I want to sit here and I want to think, you know.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, nah, I just want to dance. And then sometimes I'm just like, you know, I want to feel sexy.
It's mood. It's the mood.
It's moody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we're moody guys.
Yeah. And then how do you like beat some of the I guess like what's it called when you can't like blockage when you have like beat block, you know? Because I think a lot of the times like when me and you used like would work together.
Yeah.
I think like you bring a perspective that I'm not really familiar with, and I think I bring a perspective that you're not really familiar with, so we could bounce good off each other.
Yeah. So like collaborating, I guess is a really good one.
Yeah.
Or like for me too, I just like do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I can't sing right now, I'll make a beat. If I can't make a beat, I'll play the piano.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't play piano, I'll pick up the bass. I'll listen to something else. I'll just like step away from it, because sometimes you know I just feel like it's not me. It's just like it's just me in this moment, right?
Yeah. You go. Moments are important.
Yeah.
You got to take advantage of like moments, because you might feel something and it will come out great, and then you try and do that shit like months later and you're just not the same.
Oh yeah. I can't. There's certain songs I try to do again and I'm like, nope, can't do it again. Like I'm like I gotta go back and perfect that one note right there, and then I'll go and try to do it, and I'll get the note, but then it just won't sound like how it should, like the energy of it, the last take. Nope.
It could happen the opposite way, where like you go back to something, you're like, wait, what the fuck? Why didn't I finish this? You feel it, and
that happens a lot too.
What was the thing you told me pretty recently that you like organized your?
Yeah, so I went through all my like, not even all of them, just the ones on my desktop.
Yeah.
I went through all my files, my sessions, and my beat sessions.
Yeah.
And I deleted everything that was trash, and I saved whatever had potential, and then I highlighted stuff that was really good, and then for like 2 months I just opened those. I didn't make anything new.
Yeah.
And I just opened those and perfected what I thought was really good and kept it and archived it and was like, all right, well, if I ever meet so-and-so, I'll play this for them. Or if I ever need to play some beats, someone say, hey, might play some beats, this is where I'll go. Like, I know what I have, instead of like, because sometimes I feel like you be making a whole bunch of stuff, and then when it comes time to play stuff, you be like, what's this? And I just want to know, I kind of just wanted to know what I had and where I was. And it really put things in perspective for me, because this was like, shit, I only got like 20 fire beats. You know what I'm saying? I only got like 20.
Out of what, like 1,000?
Out of like hundreds, right? Yeah, like almost 1,000. So it's like, woo, okay. Like, not that that's bad, but it's like, okay, let me focus now on
what made these
fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was a good thing for me. I don't know about anybody else, but that was good for me to be like, all right, yeah, I do these really well. Let me focus on these, and yeah,
I think for me, a lot of the beats, I usually start off with like a melody or something, kind of like a sound, to get an idea of where I want to go towards things. But a lot of the times, the songs that I make are situational. Like, if I'm feeling mad, I'll make a mad song. If I'm feeling happy, I'll make a happy song, whatever. And I think when I collaborate, I bounce those ideas off, and they come back differently. Like, I'll say something, like, for example, like with us, I'll say something to you, and you'll hear it, but you'll make your version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes you'll like sing something and then I'll like bounce like, hey, you should do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kind of actually helps break a funk out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, because it's a lot of times like I'll play you a beat and you'll hear a whole different pattern right away. And you're like, you should do it like that. And then it'll be something dope. And I'll be like, damn, I would have thought about that. And it just adds right away to something that, you know, that's already there, kind of.
It kind of helps to like talk to someone or like get like a response from someone that listens to different things.
Yeah.
Because like I like rap, like I love it, but like I think indie music and rock music is more like the one that I go to. And it can mean anything, like as in music wise, inspirational wise. I think I showed you Burning Down the House by Talking Heads with the projection on the screen, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna do my version of that, which is sick because like I'm not to give myself credit, but like, you know, you wouldn't have thought of that. And then I'm sure there's things that I've seen that like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that, so I take that. And that's one of the cool spots.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Like that's why I mean that is one of the best things like about you, where it's like, oh yeah, I know Mike's gonna have a whole different perspective and idea, and I think that makes good for like what I do, because I have a strong knowledge of this culture, this culture that I like, you know, and you have a strong knowledge of the culture you like, and it's like clashing the two, where it's like, damn, and people from my culture is not doing the stuff that you've seen, and you know, like your knowledge of stuff, the ideas you've seen. I'm like, people from that look at what I look at, would never see this. So it's like, but they would probably enjoy it if they did, you know. I
take a lot of my like earlier on in my life, I think my siblings were a big inspiration for music. Like they would play things and I'd like them. Like my sister was into rock and rap, so I think that's where I got that. And my brother was really into like 80s songs, like Queen, stuff like that, you know, like Human League, all that kind of shit. So like I kind of blended those two, and then, you know, once you get like 13, 14, you get your own taste, and then I start to realize like, oh, I like shit no one else likes. Like I heard one song and I like that sound, so I look for other songs that sound like that, and then at this point I'm just kind of like doing the same thing DJs do, just hunting songs, but like for myself. And then I'll play them like in the car, like when I'm with someone, and then the best feeling is like, hey, what's that song? Like that's a great feeling. Yeah, and I don't know if it's like because I reach out to these other like, you know, pockets of music where like, you know, I check out what the emo kids are listening to. I check out what the goth girls or whatever. You know, you just kind of pick and choose, and it's crazy because you'll find songs that you're like, oh shit, this is the sample for blah blah blah, you know, like the one that I'm thinking right now is Colts. They have a song called Bad Things, and it's the sample for She Knows by J. Cole. Yeah, she knows, she knows, that like background, like that's that song. So then I heard that, I'm like, you kind of have like an instant connection to it. And then, but it's a completely different song. Same thing with Cherry, which is a sample for Man of the Year. That da-na-na, da-na-na-na, you know, that sample. Then you hear the original song, you're like, this is a whole other vibe, but like you connect to it.
And then it makes you realize that producers are people who listen to good, like, just music, because that's a lot of the stuff they make is just samples of stuff that we've never heard. Like people from a lot of stuff it's big, but it's just like it's gone in this generation, you know. But they have a connection to like a certain, like I went to this spot in Miami called the something, bro. I forgot the name of it actually. But it's in Wynwood, bro, and they play like, when you go in there, it's like a speakeasy type bar, right? Okay. And it's small, and it's almost like this, but it's like records all on top of the wall, like throughout the wall, right? And it's a bar, and then the records are behind it, and then there's a DJ right there with vinyl. Yeah. And he's playing, like, everything he played, you couldn't Shazam. It was nothing that could be, but it was all like, you could take the picture of the record that he was playing, but it was all like this just jazz, and I was like, yo, people would have, any producer would have a field day
here right now
with these records. But he was a producer. But it's just like, in order to even make music, you have to have like a good ear or reference ear. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think it has to go all the way back to a certain time. But whatever you like, that's like your reference pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it's just
you
like
find little pockets. Even it's crazy because a sample will literally be like 2 seconds. And if it's good enough, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But just knowing that, like, this is my period of music, this is what I'm an expert in. Let me play in here. Like, that kind of like focuses you too to say, like, all right, this is my style. Because you got to ask yourself too, like, what is my favorite stuff that I could talk to people about forever.
Right.
And once you do that, I feel like you'll start finding stuff that everyone else is going to be like, oh snap, I haven't heard that forever. But to you listen to it, like, to you it's like a part of your life, that song. But so it's just like producers gotta have a knowledge of whatever music they really like. Yeah,
they gotta know like kind of what to pick and choose from where, and like just always be listening to shit, because you never know. I remember one time I was walking in the mall and I heard a song and I was like, tried to Shazam it, couldn't find it, so I just recorded it. I'm like, I have to have this somehow. Still haven't found that song.
Damn.
Typed in lyrics that I thought it said, no idea, but I have that recording.
You still got it?
Yeah, I got it on my laptop.
That'd be dope if you found it.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it one day. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna fucking enhance that thing on Ableton, make it louder.
Yeah.
Put it through Shazam again. Like, there's no way this song is that undetectable.
There's this Olympic song that I have that sticks with me forever. When I was in Jamaica, I was visiting my dad. I was a kid, and it was like the '96 Olympics at the time.
Yeah.
And this song would come on the radio. It would go, hey, ay, 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 ay. And bro, when I tell you this shit would put me in a zone, like I'm like 9 years old, I'm just like, it's like, whoa, like that, like I don't know what those chants meant, and I don't know if it was the official song in the Olympics. I don't know what it was. Right?
It was just a song, but it was a Jamaican.
No, it wasn't a Jamaican song. It was a song that was
gotcha.
It was just out.
Yeah.
And bro, I grew up and I kind of like forgot about it for a year or two, and then I just started getting memories of this song. All the way up until I was like 20, I would just tell people about this song, and they'd be like, "What? Like, I never heard that shit before." And I remember I came when I moved to Atlanta, and me and the guy started living together, and I started to get to know Emmanuel more. And I remember telling Emmanuel this song about this song one time. He's like, "Yo, I know what you're talking about." He's like, "I know exactly," but he's like, "I don't know the name of it either." And me and him were like, and we started singing it. He was like, "Oh my!" And then one day it was New Year's, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I got something for you." And he was just texting me.
Yeah.
It was like 2016, 15.
Yeah. And he sends you the link.
He sends me the link to this on the YouTube. And I'm like, yo, bro, I've never been so happy, bro, just to find a song. I don't even know how to find. I still don't know how to find it right now.
No, you don't remember what it's called or anything?
Nah, I didn't write it down, but I think I could find it if I really try again.
Yeah.
But that's one of those moments where it's just like, I don't know why that song overtook me so.
That's a good thing to end on. What are some songs that always like get you going, get you pumped up? Because the first one I thought about was Toxicity by System of a Down. That shit, you know that one? No. It's
Toxicity.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. No, Toxicity, Diversity. People know if they. Okay. Anyways, that song always pumped me up. Chop Suey by them as well. Do you know that one?
No.
Wake up, we're gonna put a little makeup. That's the way to shake up.
That sounds loud.
You don't know that one? Damn, I gotta play that for you right now after this.
All over it.
Yeah, I'll play that for you after. And then wake up, got a little bit of makeup. You know, I can't believe you've never heard that one. No. And then I think like the Last Resort by Papa Roach.
Okay,
you know that one?
Haven't heard that.
No,
I'm telling you, bro. This wasn't my side of music, bro.
You're right.
I stayed away from rock. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, fine. The one that Party Up in Here by DMX. That one also got me.
Okay,
I used to listen to that when I was in track.
Yeah, that's definitely. That was one of his big ones. Mm-hmm. Damn, for me it's kind of, I don't know, man. Okay. So, yeah, and when I played varsity basketball, I used to listen to the Black Album. Jay-Z Black Album. Like, that shit, it got me ready to play basketball. Because I didn't want to get turned up to go play basketball. I didn't want to get like, yeah,
You want to be confident.
I wanted to be calm and confident and in
the zone.
Yeah, in the zone basically. And Jay-Z would just especially that Black album, like the song "Do Saturday Night Morning."
Oh, I'm gonna
chase you out of
That's
here.
a good song.
And I would just be bobbing that to the game and just be like, ooh, I can't wait to play, you know. So and get dunked on.
Damn, they were that tall?
No, I got dunked on one time in the game, bro. I think it was my senior year. That shit was bad, and it was because my emotions got to me. I got upset because we was losing, and this dude got a fast break, and I was like, I'm about to block this shit, and he
dunked
banged on me. Oh. I heard I was on their morning announcements for years, bro. I was
like the clip.
Yeah, I heard they made me part of their morning announcements. Damn. It was like, yo, you know, I heard it like a year later, like, yo, there's this kid at this school. Oh, yo, I think that's me. I was like, I'm gonna move to LA.
Yeah, I'm sure no one remembers that now.
I don't know, man. I tried, you know, when I went back home, I tried to look up like my old to see if any footage was out, but it's like they started right after I graduated. Okay. They started recording footage on the website, like Max Preps High School, like 2007 and up. But there was no footage. Maybe there is though. You know, if y'all find it, hey man, whatever. I said it. It's okay. You could put it out. It'll be funny.
All right, for sure. You want to say anything before we wrap up here?
Yeah. Look out for some new shows coming, and we talking about bringing room noise back. So yeah, man. I appreciate you for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for coming on, and probably watch out for some shit that we work on again.
You know, we always working on stuff. So, you'll see other stuff that we got coming.
You'll see other stuff. And thanks again for watching. If you let us know what your pump-up song is, a song that you like to get you going.
Pump
it up.
That should be the number one. It's literally called Pump It Up. That's actually smart.
Pump it up.
We want to make a song that pumps people up.
Call it Pump It Up.
It up.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.